Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have left the hospital 5 days after they were admitted and tested positive for coronavirus, their son Chet Hanks said.
Quick update on my folks, they're out of the hospital. They're still self-quarantined obviously, but they're feeling a lot better, so that's a relief, Chet Hanks said in a video posted to his official Instagram account late Monday.
USA Today has reached out to Hanks's and Wilson's representatives for more information.
Queensland State's Health Department would not comment on media reports that the 63-year-old celebrities had been discharged from the Gold Coast University Hospital to self-isolate in a rented house.
Thanks to the helpers, Tom Hanks offers a Mr. Rogers-inspired coronavirus isolation update from Australia.
Tom Hanks, who has type 2 diabetes, confirmed on Instagram and Twitter Wednesday that he and Wilson tested positive for COVID-19 in Australia after feeling ill. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), those with diabetes run a greater risk of getting more sick from the virus.
We felt a bit tired, like we had colds, and some body aches, Hanks wrote. Rita had some chills that came and went. Slight fevers too. To play things right, as is needed in the world right now, we were tested for the coronavirus, and were found to be positive.
The couple offered a handful of lighthearted updates during their hospitalization, Hanks with a series of references to some of his most iconic roles, Remember, Despite All the Current Events, There Is No Crying in Baseball, and Wilson with an isolation-themed Spotify playlist called Quarantunes.
More, see Rita Wilson's coronavirus-inspired playlist while she's quarantined with Tom Hanks.
Hanks thanked the Queensland Hospital medical staff in an Instagram post Thursday for taking such good care of us, and made clear the isolation was necessary, so we do not spread it to anyone else.
There are those for whom it could lead to a very serious illness, wrote Hanks. There are things we can all do to get through this by following the advice of experts and taking care of ourselves and each other, no?
Their son, 29, wished others affected by coronavirus a swift and speedy recovery, and called on others to remain calm, because panicking is just making things more difficult than they need to be.
I just want to say to anyone else out there who has loved ones, or if you, yourself are afflicted with the virus, my prayers go out to you, because a lot of people are suffering other than my parents right now, he said. I think if you went to the grocery store and hoarded all the toilet paper, you're the problem. You know what I mean. You should just think more of others for once. I know this is crazy, but I'm just wishing everyone the best and we're going to get through this.
The couple arrived in Australia in late January on the Gold Coast, where an Elvis Presley biopic directed by Baz Luhrmann was to be shot. Hanks plays Presley's manager, Colonel Tom Parker. The film, slated for release in October 2021, has suspended production, Warner Brothers said.
Wilson, a singer-songwriter, performed in Brisbane and Sydney during the couple's stay in Australia.
Australian television journalist Richard Wilkins has revealed that he tested positive to the virus on Sunday. He had met Wilson at the Sydney Opera House on March 7 and again at 9 Network's Sydney studio 2 days later.
9 hosts who interviewed Wilson on live television on March 9, David Campbell and Belinda Russell, returned to work on Tuesday after testing negative. They had been in home isolation since Wilson's diagnosis.
Authorities said last week that several contacts Hanks and Wilson had in Australia were being traced, but no other results of those efforts have been made public.
The virus causes only mild or moderate symptoms, such as fever and cough, for most people but can be severe in some cases, especially older adults and people with existing health problems. People with mild illness recover in about 2 weeks, while those with more severe illness may need 6 weeks to recover.
Contributing, Sydney Henderson, USA Today, The Associated Press.